What's up, everybody? Today we got an update from the Miyoo Mini Flip side of things, the Mech DIY site, or however you pronounce their website name, embarking on a retro adventure the Miyoo Mini Flip unveiled. So they unveiled the new colors, and I am not super impressed. Unfortunately, I'm looking at these colors and I was hoping to get this guy. Like, this color scheme is perfect. The green and the black, like, I love these colors. I customized my Miyoo Mini Plus in these colors, and when I saw this, I was like, this is gonna be a perfect fit. And yeah, they unveiled it with this, and look at the shine on this black. Like, tell me this doesn't look like cheap plastic. And then the Pikachu yellow just looks disgusting. It looks like a pea tinted yellow. The only two colors that are interesting in my opinion are these two right here, the pastels and the SNES, but I already have an RG35 in that color, and I was really hoping that they would come out with a really good looking black and green flip. And if you look closely here, like, you can see how the thumbstick in this recess right here, like, whatever this says, it's almost like bleeding into that hole. It just does not look promising, unfortunately. And then the second thing that you need to take into consideration is the SoC is different than the Miyoo Minis, and that means Onion OS is probably not going to work on these devices, so you're going to be stuck with the stock operating system for the foreseeable future, and that's disappointing. You know, because I wasn't a fan of this stock OS. And I hope they don't have that. The hideous decal on the top. Like, please tell me that's just a prototype. But yeah, taking a look at this website, they go into this briefly, just talking about why the Miyoo Mini Plus was such a success in America. And then they talk about just the Onion OS and whatnot. And I know I was excited for this, but now seeing the colors, I unfortunately, my excitement has kind of diminished. And for people who are saying that this is going to be uncomfortable, like, no, like, I have here, I'm going to open up my RG35 and show you. This is where the thumbsticks would theoretically be. And holding this device in this position with this specific model, like, it feels very natural and very comfortable. I would go as far as saying it's a little bit more comfortable than the actual buttons themselves, because it allows you to have more space and you have a better grip in this position. I think I can play games for quite a few hours in this position without feeling any fatigue. But that was the whole point why I was so excited about this device, is because of the thumbsticks and theoretically being able to play games. I know it's not going to play PS2 games, that's most of them at least, but Dreamcast games, DS games, anything with a thumbstick, having these would be so awesome in this form factor, in a flip form factor. And I've said it before, if someone comes out with a device that's powerful enough in this form factor to play PS2 games, I would shell out the money, no problem. But, you know, this, I have a feeling that they ran into some type of roadblock in production and in development, and now they know that they just can't. I mean, what other explanation would you say? Why haven't they released this thing? Clearly there's something wrong with this device. And I know only time will tell us what that issue may or may not have been, but there is definitely something up with this device, and that's why they took so long to bring it to market. But yeah, I just don't like these colors. I'm worried about the quality. I'm worried about the OS. And I'm worried about the performance. So only time will tell. I'm curious, are you guys gonna be pre-ordering these devices? Because I know I'm not. But I am curious to hear what other people have to say about these devices. And also, what color would you get? These two are the ones that I'm looking at. But again, I already have one that kind of fits this color scheme, and the black one was with the green buttons was what I was hoping for, but it looks like that's not gonna happen. And who knows what issues they ran into and why they are taking so long to release this thing, because they just keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And here, Retro Breeze says, for those reading, this is not an official Miyoo account. They have been posing as one for a year or more, but have no affiliation with Miyoo. And then they respond, why do you follow an account that you think is not official? In this account, we do not pretend to be anyone. It is an account managed by a company assistant. It is better to inform yourself before stating to know something you do not know. So there's a little bit of a back and forth going on here. these will be the main colors. If everything goes well, maybe we can add additional colors in the future. So what does this mean? That means if they sell enough units and it's as popular as the Miyoo Mini Plus, maybe then they would add additional colors. But they themselves, like, why would they say this if they didn't have complete confidence in their product? You know, if they knew that this is a good product, they would never say this. They would say, yeah, there's going to be more colors coming down the pipeline in the future. Not, well, if all goes well, maybe we can add additional colors. And again, they keep reminding us that they're a very small company, which is very understandable. I get it. You know, small companies run into different issues than bigger ones, right? And it looks like people are still very interested. No transparent shell is a shame. Is the ugly logo? Yeah, that logo is just so ugly. This logo is just horrendous. I hope they just get rid of it. But again, look at this plastic. This plastic does not look well made. And that is why shell out the money and get the RG35XX and I'm happy that I did, because it's a phenomenal device. And seeing this brings me no confidence in what they're about to drop. And I know everyone, look at this guy, don't get me wrong, everyone is really hoping that ergonomic disaster incoming. I disagree. I think ergonomically we're not going to have any problems. I think the problem is going to be with the internals, with the overall build, but in terms of is it comfortable, just grab onto a RG35 and place your thumbs where these are, and I feel like those are comfortable. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but I'm curious to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comments what you guys think, if you guys are going to be pre-ordering this or not.